we consume a lot of Western content, whether it's films, TV shows. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just there is one major problem for me personally, is that I never related to the content I love the most. I never related to the American film where the hero is always American and the bad guy is always Russian, German, or maybe.
Okay.
So after watching like one of, I think it was Gladiator, I realized how powerful media can be, because when you see Gladiator, the one man with his influence on entertainment, which was making people happy in the Colosseum and everything, you can actually decide the opinion of a nation. We decided we want to make films, and these types of films would be different. It will be as amazing and mesmerizing as popular Western films, but as local and cultural as possible. Just working on the business plan took a year.
Oh, wow.
At that time, we didn't really need funding because we were all university students.
Yeah.
And for us, this was more like the after-school thing that we used to do. So we selected 10 companies. And the 10 companies, when I say 10 companies, I mean 10 investors. I think all of them were interested, except a few who were either not willing to take the risk, and I think they regretted it, because one of these companies is actually a very popular media company in the region.
Yeah.
And when they realized that we actually pitched to them, they were really upset. The initial idea was to actually, each project should have a completely separate group of people working on it. The group of people don't have to be professionals, they can be amateurs. And we were willing to finance each project by allocating a fund for every project. Let's say 5,000 riyals, 10,000 riyals, it didn't matter. It's just the cap was 20K.
Yeah.
Okay, for each project. We would design the team and then help them, guide them to create the show. After we had a final product, we would actually put it on YouTube without a brand name, okay, and then to test the waters, see how it works. Would people like it? Would want to watch? What is the feedback? Okay. We did this for 3 months. We interviewed like, I think, 200 people, 200 Saudi individuals who just, some of them didn't even were still at school and didn't even work before.
Yeah.
And out of these projects were UTURN, and we realized that the US currently, the most popular shows are the talk shows. Like specifically, I think back then was Jay Leno. Jay Leno was the most popular show on TV because it doesn't cost a lot, and it makes a lot of money, and it's very simple to make. So we wanted to implement the same idea. So we were inspired by Jay Leno, David Letterman, Jimmy Kimmel, and Jon Stewart. When we released UTURN, it created a buzz beyond our expectation. We released UTURN after, I think, a few weeks, I think a week or two. Another show in Riyadh popped out called Laiktha. So we felt the competition said, if we stop, we would lose being the first. And we decided that we would only continue the shows that are popular, so that by the time we have our website ready and our library of content ready, we would actually launch very strong. I realized that media is funded through three resources. It's either governmentally funded, like what we have in Canada. Most of the media industry in Canada is funded by the government, or France and Japan. We don't have that in Saudi Arabia. The second is through advertising. Basically, you create content that has a very mass audience, and inside the content, around the content, you inject advertising. And the third is subscription, like HBO and NDD, for example, where basically you pay for the content to watch. You realize the content is worth paying for, like theaters, for example.
From the Nescafe cup I always see, I guess it will be advertising for UTURN.
Exactly, it is advertising. It's not well, it is today advertising.
Yeah,
all our revenue is through sponsorship and advertising.
MashaAllah.
I think because what we're offering to our clients is far beyond what traditional media offers.
Yeah.
Today, our shows, for example, we have the most popular show in the Arab world. It's called Ishilli. Ishilli gets averages 3 million, 2 to 3 million per episode.
MashaAllah.
This is amazing. And it gets its first million in the first 2 or 3 days.
Wow.
From creative reasons, we believe that because we are based in Saudi Arabia and because most of us lived in Saudi Arabia for a big portion of their lives, we really understand this culture very well, and we can create content that nobody else can create because we understand the culture and we relate to the people. From a business point of view, we're still a very young company. We're still very fragile. We can't afford to make a lot of mistakes. And usually a major mistake that a lot of companies do, especially growing companies, that they lose focus. And we don't want to lose focus. Focus is extremely important for us. And this means focusing on the audience.